Around Kansas, brought to you by Santa Fe Trail Meats in Overbrook, or visit us online at sftmeats.com.
And we're back. So we are going to do a story on the cowboy boots too. We'll have to do that. You know, Kansas has a lot of famous people, and they do a lot of neat things, and that's why they're famous, I guess. But anyway, we've done musicians and we've done actors, and so we also need to talk about all of the people that are in racing. Did you know that actually drag racing started in Kansas?
No, I did not know that.
Yes, it did. You know, after the war, World War II, and now I'm going to have to think of what the city is, but it was in south central Kansas. Guys started getting together with their souped up cars, and they would drag race, and that actually then turned into the National Drag Race Association.
That's awesome. You know,
NHRA,
I come from NASCAR
yeah.
country because, of course, you know, moonshining and NASCAR went hand in hand, and probably still does. So I grew up racing, you know, with NASCAR and all those guys, Richard Petty, you know, the king, who was out here. You know, Richard Petty was out here, and his son were out here. They stopped in Dodge City a few months ago when they were doing some kind of just cross-country tour. So yeah, we've got...
Yeah, NHRA really did get its start.
Wow.
I mean, when I was in high school, there was an 8th-mile track over across the river in North Topeka, and it was the old Brickyard Road. The Brickyard Bridge went down the 51 flood. Well, there was an 8-mile drag strip there, and so we'd go there. And then in Lawrence, there was a 1/4-mile drag strip over there. So anyway, where we're going with this is we're going to do a story about NASCAR and Kansas' own Clint Bowyer. Let's take a look. Emporia native Clint Bowyer has excited racing fans since he was 5 years old, first in motocross and then in NASCAR. He's in transition as his relationship with Michael Waltrip Racing comes to an end, but his racing career is far from over. In 1996, at the age of 17, he left a successful showing in the motocross world and began racing street stocks at Thunderhill Speedway in Mayetta, Kansas. He won the modified championship there in 2000. Bowyer racked up 18 wins and 32 top 5 finishes on his way to capturing the 2001 modified championships at Lakeside Speedway in Kansas City, Kansas, and Heartland Park, Topeka. In 2002, he began racing in the NASCAR Weekly Racing Series, posting 9 poles, 12 wins, and 32 top 5 finishes, en route to a 2nd place finish in the NASCAR Weekly Racing Series National Point Standings. He was also crowned the 2002 NASCAR Weekly Racing Series Midwest Champion after another modified championship at Lakeside Speedway and a late model championship at the famed I-70 Speedway in Odessa, Missouri, his first attempt at racing on asphalt. In 2003, Bowyer raced a full season in the NASCAR AutoZone Elite Division Midwest Series, scoring 1 top 10 finish in 11 starts. He also would make his first ARCA starts in 2003 and caught the eye of legendary car owner Richard Childress after leading 47 laps and finishing 2nd in his debut at Nashville Superspeedway, driving for Scott Traylor out of Kansas City. After the 2nd place finish, Richard Childress called Bowyer by phone and offered him a job. Bowyer thought he was joking and hung up on him. Childress called back soon afterward, and with a not-too-happy tone, he still offered Bowyer the job. Bowyer realized it was for real and accepted. He remained with Childress for 8 years. Throughout his racing successes, Bowyer has maintained close ties to Kansas and his hometown of Emporia. In 2008, Bowyer attended and hosted the first annual Clint Bowyer charity golf event. It raised $160,000 for the Emporia Community Foundation to make Emporia a better place. He also raised the money for a new community center dedicated in 2012. The new Bowyer Community Building is located at the Lyon County Fairgrounds on Highway 50. Fans of Duck Dynasty were treated to Boyer's limousine drag race against Willie Robertson a couple of years ago. Bowyer won. Unfortunately, there are no NASCAR Cup points for beating a Robertson.
The Kansas Wheat Innovation Center in Manhattan is rediscovering ways to get improved varieties and new genetics in the hands of farmers faster. Grower-led and checkoff-funded research initiatives are bringing about positive change. This grassroots leadership provides a strong voice in Topeka and Washington, D.C. Now is the time to partner with Kansas Wheat in moving wheat forward. Kansas Wheat Commission and Kansas Association of Wheat Growers. Farmers investing in their future and yours. Log on to rediscoverwheat.org.